definitely not quiet. There's nothing quiet about this. Hey, it's Marsha. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning into yet another one of my videos. In today's video, we're going to be talking about my two favorite LV bags that I feel personally, that kind of signify the quiet luxury versus loud luxury. So I figured, why not go ahead and film a video like this? So now that we got the details of the bags out of the way, let's talk a little bit about the quiet luxury of these two bags and then the loud logomania of these two bags. Just interesting, and it's girl talk, so you know. The Louis Vuitton Speedy 30 in the Monogram canvas. For those who don't know, this is a classic bag. Love her to death. For some right now, due to this quiet luxury trend, the stealth wealth trend, or the rise of stealth wealth, that I feel is like more of like an aesthetic trend. Like, it's a trend that, as we know, trends come and go. You know, the pendulum, as we know, swings back and forth from time to time. And I feel like at one point it was all about like the maximalism of things, but now we're kind of heading to like the minimalism, you know, time of the world. But you know what I mean? You know when those trends come and go? Like, one minute it's all about minimalism, like declutter everything, get rid of everything. And now minimalism right now is kind of like the quiet luxury of it all. And we're not really in the maximalism type of trending world at right now. Maybe for some, you know, but I feel like majority wise, in terms of like trends and what's really, you know, speaking to people's souls right now. So I definitely feel like the Gen Z world, you know, the World Bank, the economic recession, as I hold this Louis Vuitton Monogram bag, definitely play a role in what's kind of happening right now, the shift that we're kind of experiencing in the world, in your lives, in your friends' lives, you know, just as a whole. We're kind of seeing like a change of pace. We're kind of seeing a change of pace, which has kind of filtered in like various aspects of our lives. And of course, the luxury designer bag world is the world that I talk about here on YouTube. So that's the world that I'm going to relate this to. That would make the most sense, like, you know. And like I said, right, things change all the time, and I feel like mainstream changes like all the time. Flex culture is also another culture that seems to change from time to time. Sometimes it's a bit more aggressive than other times, and then sometimes it's a bit more casual, you know what I mean, a little understated. It's like the little flexes, you know what I mean. And in terms of like handbags, for instance, the flex would be like, there's like the puzzle bag. I can't remember the brand, but if you know luxury designer handbags, you know. So to wear that bag is kind of like a flex to some of the girls. Some of the girls would maybe like, you know, this is like a quiet luxury handbag. I stand with this puzzle bag, you know. We all know those types of people, you know what I mean? So there's that. In my opinion, I kind of feel like the real flex is knowing that the luxury items don't really it won't make you happy, you know what I mean? It doesn't make you happy internally. So just, that's the real flex. So knowing that luxuries won't make you happy, I feel like is the real flex. And also be a little bit mindful, you know, because the flexing is kind of about like the internal and external validation, and you don't want to be like overcome by either or, you know what I mean? You don't. Like a normal mix, I guess, would be normal to some extent, whatever normal is. But I mean, you don't want to be overconsumed. You don't want to be overly consumed by external validation and your internal insecurities. Like, work on that, and then be at a point where you just purchase the purchase, you know what I mean? You just like what you like. Like for me, I purchased this back in 2021. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I purchased the Alma BB, and I also purchased the Speedy 30 back in 2021. Did I think so. I may have purchased, yeah, I think this was like the ending of the year, and then the Alma BB, sorry, my nose is a little itchy, and then the Alma BB was the beginning, because I like the front. So when my SA told me she had this, I was running. I kind of had money put aside for this bag because I knew I wanted it. I was sold. I knew at that point I wasn't going to get the key ball in the 45 size. In the it's the Monogram, but it's the black leather I think it's, I can't remember what it's called. I know it starts with an M. I don't want to butcher it, so I won't say. If you know the name, leave it down in the comment section. But the interior is like this beautiful purple cranberry, not really, because it's darker kind of color. I can't find the words. Anyways, I digress. That to say, this bag kind of signifies the loud luxury spectrum of this whole quiet luxury topic. It's logomania, it's loud, it's in your face. Some may say it's not classy. We all know that's not the case. And you know, but to me personally, I feel like I love Monogram. I don't like Monogram on everything, or like a whole look of Monogram. I like it in doses, and for my Louis Vuitton bags, I love the Monogram canvas in some of the bags. Like for me, it's weird. I'm a Monogram girl, but for the Alma BB and the Speedy 25, I was drawn towards the Damer EB. I don't know, I just, for that particular bag, I love the way it looked. That's that. But for me, I will always purchase what I want to purchase, and I feel like you out there, if you're watching this video, do the same. Don't feel pressure to do either one. It's good to have perspective. It's good to have an open mind. It's good to kind of gain knowledge. You know what I mean? Expand your vocabulary. I'm sure we're all learning new things and new words because of this whole quite luxury chit chat. So there's that. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's your money. Do what makes you happy. Do what adds to your happiness, and do what you're able to do. Please don't go into debt for any of these things. If you choose to and you have a repayment plan, good on you. But you know, just do what makes you happy. I will always wear my Monogram. I know some people are like, this is like in the trash. It's no longer, I'm over it. I no longer stand with Monogram. This is not a part of who I am anymore. Me, not so much. And let's see, a year from now, or maybe even like 8 months from now, if people start gravitating back towards, or more people within like the luxury designer handbag world start gravitating more towards like the Monogram canvas bags, because I'm just curious. And if they do, make sure you come back to this video and be like, girl, sis, you saw the future. This whole conversation also, just to touch on it, kind of turned into like a classism type of conversation, which is like, I don't know how we got here, but we arrived. Well, I know I mentioned like this bag is more of like classless, and then this is more of like the classy. So this is like the trashy, and this is like the classy, in terms of this being like quiet luxury, and this being like loud logomania, this being like self-wealth, and this being like the quiet luxury, sorry, not quiet luxury, this just being the loud logomania bag, whereas this is more seen as like the quiet luxury girl, you know what I mean? The old money girl, the self-wealth on the rise type of girl. In terms of quiet luxury conversation right now, that's what these two bags are kind of doing, or that's what these bags are giving, I should say. So I felt like, why not talk about them? This bag is also kind of like the new money, right? So it's loud, logomania, new money. Definitely not quiet. There's nothing quiet about this. But just to give you some examples. So for instance, the Watchers, Naomi Watts, right? Succession. Can we talk about it? Can we talk about when, you know, we have Greg's date, she's wearing the Burberry the Burberry bag, but it's not like the quiet luxury side of like Burberry's handbags that they now have. It's the logomania type of Burberry, their signature Burberry like logo. That's just, the bag is covered in it. And of course, you know, we have, you know, the people that just have always something to say, is pointing it out, right? That, oh my God, basically he's saying like, oh my God, look at her, like, why is she wearing like that bag at this event? Does she not know her audience? Does she not know where she is? That's so beneath them type of thing, right? But clearly she's a girl that's just wearing whatever she wants to wear, and she could really care less about other people's opinions, right? If we really want to like get into it, you know what I mean? I'm not in that show, but you know what I mean? And then we have Miss Quiet Luxury. So Miss Quiet Luxury, she is a girl that is very particular. Okay, so the Quiet Luxury for me, like for instance, if you did not know, so for those who may not know Louis Vuitton that much, if they see me walking with this bag, they may not, because they don't really know Louis Vuitton's different canvases, they may not associate this with Louis Vuitton. They may just say, oh my god, she has a really nice brown bag. You know, oh my god, it's so like minimal, it's so understated, and it goes with everything. Like, where did you get your bag? You know, it's that, the Alma BB and the Demer Ebene is that kind of bag. You know what I mean? Hopefully this is translating and you guys are getting what I'm trying to get out there. You know what I mean? In this conversation, hopefully. That's what the Alma BB and the Demer Ebene kind of give, in my opinion. And sometimes when I'm going out, I want a more understated bag because it also matches like my outfits, especially if I'm wearing dresses, long slip dresses, satin dresses, long slip like midi like skirts and things like that. I just like the look with the top handle, and I don't want it to do too much because I might be wearing colors, or you know what I mean? It just goes with my outfits, and I can dress it up, dress it down. I change the straps. Sometimes I do wear this with a monogram strap, which I love. But yeah, it depends. Quiet Luxury. What is Quiet Luxury? I feel like Quiet Luxury is more of like the exclusivity. It's, you know, it's generational wealth. It's like the country club type of feel. Classism, elitism, all these isms come to mind when I think about Quiet Luxury. And I think a lot of people tend to put those isms on it as well, to kind of have like a conquer and divide kind of attitude, or to have an attitude like, you know, I'm that girl and you're not, and you're beneath me type of attitude. You know, it's giving simplicity, it's giving minimalism, it's giving understated, it's giving pared down. Like I said, like especially with Alma BB, it's definitely giving understated, pared down. You know what I mean? It's also like inspirational in terms of like what you could be, like you want to, like you aspire to be the Quiet Luxury girl. You know what I mean? You inspire to be like someone who doesn't need to wear like logos or have like a logo mania lifestyle, but still wear like really high quality things, if that makes sense. It's just all too much. It's doing too much for me. And then we have old money. Old money, when I think of old money, I think of Lionel Richie, Sophia Richie. I think of like her wedding, which was, we all know, beautiful, extravagant. It was definitely giving, you know, I don't know how quiet it was, but it was definitely giving. Well, this is the thing. So we all know like Chanel is Chanel, right? But she tried to make, well, not she tried to make, her pieces didn't scream Chanel, but we knew that it was Chanel. You see what I mean about the Quiet Luxury? But we know that overall, it was a production. Literally a production. Loved it, but it was a production nevertheless. It was giving like inherited money. It was giving that Chanel tweed, Jackie tweed type of situation, you know, that look, you know, the Chanel tweed suits. That's what it was. And as we know, like Quiet Luxury is definitely the opposite of Logomania. We have Logomania sitting over here, and then we have the Quiet Luxury, very different. Quiet Luxury kind of champions like the toned down look, you know, not doing too much, but doing more than enough. It's like highlighting understated pieces, but like high quality fabrics as well. As I always say, leave a comment down below, share your thoughts with us. All right, so that's pretty much it for today's video. Until next time, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.